welcome in to the most boring live stream ever on YouTube today. Hey, quail. Let me see if I can get a little light on this subject. There we go. That might be better. Hey, man, how's it going? These quail are feathered up already. Been trying out that Willard water. It's been crazy. Stuff actually works. There you go, guys. There's some more for you. Yeah, they are, Eggman. Especially with that Willard water. I don't know if you ever checked it out. It's been around since the 80s, although I just heard about it. So I gave it a shot to see if it was real or bullshit, and it's actually real. They use it on people for health reasons. They use it on animals when they're sick, cows, all kinds of crap, and growing birds and stuff. Yeah, check it out. Google, not Google, in YouTube, use the search bar and just type in Willard, Willard, water. Yeah, Willard water. You'll see like a 60-minute thing from back in time, and then you see a whole bunch of testimonials. I still don't know how the crap really works, but I can see the results, but I can't find anywhere that has scientific facts why it works. I've got another hatch due this Saturday, so 3 more days till hatch. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I got a little 8-ounce bottle just to check it out because I'm skeptical about a lot of this crap, dude, that they pawn off on us. And lo and behold, this actually gives you fantastic results. It even makes the birds less aggressive. It's pretty strange, man. Oh yeah, that looks horrible without some white light in it. Yeah, no doubt, Quaalude water. It's about right, except for at the same time it increases their growth. You get 30% larger growth out of it. It's pretty strange. Hello, my chickens. Man, these chickens create a lot of crap in a day. All right, take care, Eggman. Hope you have a good night. Hey, adjust your focus. Hey, 357, good to see ya. Gotta run and check the egg situation real quick. Hello, my quail. How are you guys doing? You all good? You got food? Everybody's got food and water. Oh, chickens. You can really see the quick growth on the quail. They're 14 days old. Hey Chevy, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome to the boredom. Hey Wingspan, welcome in. It's the most boring live stream on YouTube today. I've got a Hey Nova, good to see you. I've got your Cash App link in the description, dude. I gotta head out and get some traps set here. Now that the darkness came in, we're still fighting raccoons and possums and you name it, we're fighting it. Now that it's getting dark so early, we gotta run auxiliary lights. Not a problem, man. Holy catville. I won't be able to set that yet. Yeah, I'm not real worried about the mice. The cats pretty much take care of that. It's these damn raccoons and possum that are giving me fits. I gotta put glasses on to read the chat. I'll catch up to it in a second here. You don't want a cat chip? Don't worry, dude. I can't afford to ship cats. They're too expensive. If it was, if I could affordably ship cats, I would have sent them all in a refrigerator box to Poor Dirt Farmer. But it wasn't economically sound. Actually, you're close enough, Nova, where you could just drive up and I could load your whole car full of cats, and you could drive them back. Had a mama coon have her babies under my trailer a couple years ago. Man, I've been raided by so many raccoons, it's not even funny. Been going wild trying to slaughter my chickens. Never seen that many raccoons in one area in my whole life. There we go. Cat, go away, kitty. Nobody wants you here. Nobody wants you here. Telling you, Rooster, that owl's gonna come and take you away before I get to eat you, and that's gonna suck. Get back to the chat. Found out a couple days after we trapped her when my bedroom floor started crying. Most raccoons I ever seen was down in Nevada, Arizona border. No clue why. They love that environment. They're cats on steroids. Dad says there's 4 living under the trailer right now. Damn, Nova. Those things are super destructive, man. They were trying to tear holes in our roof and everything else. There's a cat. There's a whole bunch. There's, what, 2 more cats coming now? The hell is that reflecting over there? Probably spider eyes. Yep, spider eyes. There's that stupid rooster. He's gonna get eaten. They keep tearing up your insulation. Yeah, they keep trying to tear in the roof here. They keep trying to rip open the chicken coops. They're like super irritating, man. Sig says, I've never seen them damage stuff, but they will inspect your trash can like nobody's business. They ain't scared for nothing. I'll tell you, Sig, they are very destructive, man. I haven't seen a raccoon yet that isn't destructive. It just says I had that once in a crawl space at a rental house. Scary hearing them banging around under there. Oh, you should hear them when they try ripping a hole in the roof, man. That's really crazy sounding. Hag freaks out. She's like, go shoot that thing. I'm sick of hearing it trying to get in. It's going to tear its way in and drop in right from the ceiling, right over our bed. And the bad thing about it is I can't say, oh, you're crazy, because it could actually happen. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a coyote howling. Probably a mile and a quarter away. Sounds like. Quiet kitty. Yeah, the cat's over here making noise too, Adjust. You should see what the damn sparrows did to the plywood covering an old window in my game room. Oh, I could imagine. Sig says, oh yeah, I heard it. He's talking, right? He's out there howling away. And that stupid cat had to come up and meow a couple times afterwards. Wingspan says we have we have a lot of coyotes here in South Texas. We can hear them here in town. I'm out in the middle of nowhere here in Illinois, Wingspan. Our town population is 197 people. It's a really small. The only 2 significant places in the whole town is, one is the post office, and the other is a school. Sig says not counting the goats. True, that's just people, Sig. 197 people. But with buffalo and beef, that number would be way up there if we could count them. I wouldn't mind having one of those buffaloes, but damn, too expensive for my blood. $5,000 for a calf. Nova says I hear them run the creek on the other side of the trailer park at least a couple times a week. Wingspan says it's just a piss-ass little town. Only big thing here is the Bolero plant here. Sweet, Wingspan. Sig says I prefer goats over most people. I can understand that, Sig. It just says I backed up and heard it way off. I hear them much closer here, Coyote. Yeah, they're not real loud tonight. It gets crazy when they get closer. The dogs will go off, and you'll hear the dogs. Then you'll hear the coyotes like take off. They don't like the dogs at all. But then the dogs have waxed a couple of them. Sig says goats are just dogs in a different world. Yeah, goats taste better though, Sig. Goats definitely taste better. But I imagine this next month a lot of people are going to be eating their dogs. Or stealing other people's dogs and eating them. The government's going to leave a lot of hungry people this month. Nova says, I used to howl back. Sweet. Wingspan says cabrito. I think that's how you say that. I don't know. Oh, man. Nova says Yogi would look at me like I'm crazy when they'd respond. You probably did think you were crazy, Nova. Wingspan says, yeah, barbecued goat. Sweet. Sig says, Jeebus, don't tell me that. My Asia travels. Yeah, I know I didn't pronounce that right, probably. So, did that one lady who got arrested for peeing outside, did she make a dookie? Did anyone ever find out if she dropped a direct dookie? Man. Whatever it was, I survived. Tijuana tacos is the ultimate test. Wingspan says, Three Rivers, Texas, population is 1,800 people here. Nova says, 357, you didn't like chicken fried kitty? Dude, cats are so stringy. That would be the last thing on my menu. I'd be eating rats and mice first. Cats are way too stringy to eat. Raccoon are good if you barbecue them. And I've never had the ball sack to try possum, and I never will. I'll go to my grave before I eat possum. I think that's just a big troll. People saying that they eat possum. I got some leg bands today from Amazon. And on the package it said old guy. It was kind of cool. Nova says, wouldn't know, I never skinned one. Sig says Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, I'm not up for any bull nuts either. If I got hungry enough, I'd eat them, but wouldn't be something that I would go out of my way to eat. Not when I got apple butter on hand. 100% organic Fuji apple butter with no sugar added, and it's sweet enough to rot your teeth out if you have any left. And then I've got some raspberry jelly left. Only thing I got to do is bake bread. It just says eggs and chicken and turkey sounds fine. I'm quite basic. Nova says, I think James did bring up a good question though. Is it the pissing or is it the exposure that's the crime? Yeah, I really want to find out, Nova. I really want to find out. I piss outside all the time. I piss outside more than I do inside. Sig says, yep, same, but adjust your focus. Me, 99% of the time. Yeah, this week, Thor and I, we're going to kill off a bunch of the roosters and turn them into food. We'll probably take a run down to the homeless in Champaign and drop off a bunch of eggs to those guys down there. There's only 2 guys with grills that will cook them. So it's kind of all dependent on those 2 guys. Sig says, basic nerd. Yeah, Sandra had me take a load of eggs down there before, and French and Code had me take a load of eggs down there too. Each one of them had me take 20 dozen. It just says the behavior and the exposure. City folks can't just drop trowel. I don't know, there's been a lot of times I've been in the city, and I've just gone underneath the train tracks in Chicago, dipped around a dumpster, kneeled down in a parking lot. There ain't no way I'm pissing my pants for somebody. Sig says FIC is the bro jammer. Right, Sig? When I put these leg bands on, I'm going to have to con someone else into separating the colors for me. Because there's a couple colors that are really close to each other that I can't really tell the difference. Nova says, I don't know. I piss behind my buddy's garage quite often. Laughing out loud. Hell, all us guys do. Yeah, no doubt, Nova. I've seen a lot of women on the interstate, too. Just open the car door so that it shields them and just, boom, drop trowel and lay it out, man. Hey, welcome in, more lies and BS. Wingspan says, well, guys, I'm going to lurk. And take care, Wingspan. Thanks for dropping in. Had an emergency moment myself. It does happen. Yeah, it does adjust. Oh, it's a Nemesis account. That's cool. Didn't know that. Let's fix that real quick. There, that should fix it. I hit your thumbs up, Nemesis, and I'll lurk it. Don't really participate, but yeah, I know you change your name all the time. Well, that's because you got more stalkers than I do, dude. And you got that one super strange stalker, the same one that I have. Hey, Mama Cookie, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, Bouncer, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, notifications on YouTube have been crazy, Mama Cookie. Not just the notifications, it's been screwed up leaving comments and all kinds of stuff. Bouncer says I'm a super troll. Sweet. I do it to be a smartass. That's cool. Bouncer says, I generally stalk, patrolling's more fun. Cool. I got 2 videos I gotta do. I gotta do one on the Grub Terra Coop Refresher, which I really didn't think I was gonna have to, because I didn't think it was gonna be worth a shit, and it actually is. And then I gotta do one on the Willard water. That stuff's remarkable. Nova says, Road, YouTube censored me from seeing you post Happy Fuck the Cops Day on my own damn channel. Figures. All these people getting arrested for Facebook posts is beyond ridiculous, man. Ever since they put Brandt in jail, it seems like it's become the norm. We're gonna get you for posting now, people. Mama Cookie says, I gotta make a video of my latest projects and the new one I'm working on. Cool, Mama Cookie. Bouncer says, YouTube censors multiple comments that I left on my own channel's comment section. Here or England shit? Here. There's a guy here on a $2 million bond for making a post about stupid-ass Trump. And it was just a meme. It was a recirculated meme. And they arrested him. He's got a $2 million bond on him. It's ridiculous. Mama Cookie says, I know you know who Eeyore is. Oh, of course I know who Eeyore is. Sig says, I've been behaving. Most of my comments stay. Nova says, yeah, that current case out of Kentucky is fucked up. For a Facebook post. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Can't remember what the meme was though. It was just a stupid ass meme that was recirculated. And the sheriff tried saying that he was making a threat of shooting up a school. It was ridiculous. So far-fetched and out there. It's just insanity personified. The judge says, that's funny. I chat at Nemesis and get some BS. Can't post and chat for 9 hours thing. Bad vibes. Bouncer says, I'm generally too busy to post because my hands are getting tired from wrist exercises. Nemesis says, in my chat? Yeah, Just Your Focus is talking about your chat, dude. She chats in there and then she gets penalized. Mama Cookie says, the Dems need to get back to work and end this shit. Yeah, this November is going to be really rough. The judge says, yes, Hanzo is a prick in the answer. Sig says, oh, exercises. Nemesis says, I only have 3 mods. Sig says, stupid. It was a meme of Trump saying, we have to get over it, captioned with the line, Trump one day after the Perry school shooting. Right, Nova? Adjust Your Focus says, is the answer. Turns out Hanzo is likely GD. No, GD's not that gay. I doubt if it would be GD. Nova says in reference to the Perry, Iowa shooting. Bouncer says in the meantime, 350 million for a fucking ballroom. Yeah, no doubt. While people are going to be out raping, plundering, pillaging anything they can just to eat this next month, with this stupid government shutdown cutting down all the EBT people. Mama Cookie says Trump is too worried about his precious ballroom, no doubt. I was thinking the same, but Hanzo claims Australia and so does GD. Yeah, no, I doubt it's GD. It doesn't, his rhetoric doesn't follow anything that GD has done over the last 10 years that I know of. Nova says the county of Perry, Kentucky used that to claim the man was creating a threat towards the Perry County High School. Nemesis says, adjust your focus. Did you get timed out? Adjust says, I mentioned ATF. Some call me that, but no real reason. Nemesis calls me Alf. Bouncer says, it's evident it's not what we voted for. They implanted Trump with something very dangerous to us. Nemesis says, it doesn't fit until you consider he was pretending to be friends with Rebel, more likely to gain information. Then it makes sense. Nova says, I dug into it a bit today. Mama Cookie says, I don't know what 8 states are getting funds for food in November, but it's definitely not PA. Well, okay, so what's that going to leave? 42 states where people are going to still starve? That's way too many. It just says, I got a message, no chatting for 9 hours. Link after the stream. Holy crap. Yeah, it's that. I would take that bet, Nemesis, that it's not GD. Just doesn't fit his MO at all. Nemesis says that must have been YouTube then. GD would never buy into Dave's bullshit either. He would troll him more than anything else, so I don't think it's GD. Nemesis says, Jenny Jones is my favorite too, Nightbot. Mama Cookie says, we'll survive though. Yeah, but I don't know how many people, how many women with kids aren't going to eat that are on public assistance, and they're not going to be able to fend for themselves. Nova says, I've only been threatened by ScrewTube via email. Adjust Your Focus says, Hanzo is still a prick. I won't argue with that. Adjust Your Focus. If you told me he was a long-lost brother of Dave, I would even believe that. Or if you told me he was his homosexual lover, I'd believe that too. Nemesis says, I'm just not willing to rule it out because GD is a long-time troll. Never can tell what he does. Oh, I won't argue about GD being a long-time troll, but it just doesn't fit his mold at all that I've seen over the years. And I've been watching him well over, God, I can't even tell you how long. Probably a year after I came to YouTube, I was watching him. Hey, Rattletrap, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Bouncer says, I deal with threats daily, but I always invite them to visit me at the cemetery or my deep freeze. They stop communicating. Nemesis says, true, but trolling outside your mold is the best troll. Yeah, but if you check out any of GD's trolls over the years, no matter how good he initially starts out, he always trips up by like at least the 8th day, 7th to 8th day, he always trips up and exposes himself. He'll always kick back to some of the GD rhetoric. On the 8th day, God exposed GD. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to have to research that and see which 8 states are getting it. Now I'm curious. Because if we're one of them, then I won't have to worry too much about the animals and stuff. But if we're not one of them, yeah, it's going to be kind of crazy. Hopefully they come and ask and don't just like raid me. I mean, we'll help out all the people we can. But Just says everyone laughed and went back to their own business. Now it just says, all right, cool, got to go to bed. Everyone have a good night. Take care, man. Have a good day. Night, whatever. Bouncer says, I remember tripping on my dick when I was little. Why did God switch me from a mouse to a human? Take care, dude. I don't understand these guys who are live streaming deer watches. I mean, why are you out there watching deer? Why aren't you putting either a slug, a bullet, or an arrow through that shit, man? I'm not going to sit there and watch deer day after day after day when I see that food cruising away, man. I'm going to put that shit in my freezer and eat it. Maybe they're just trophy hunting. I don't know. But it seems kind of crazy to me. I mean, take the food first. Trophy hunt later. Well, I did see something interesting. And I have to do more research on it, but I just saw where they say that colloidal gold can get rid of the nanotechnology from the jab. So I definitely want to check that out more. Bouncer says, back then other mice looked up to me, but human woman just would point and laugh. Can colloidal gold defeat the nanotechnology? Don't Feed, allegedly, Don't Feed created a rumor saying that Purina products contain mRNA, forget the S, contained mRNA. But supposedly that was just a rumor launched to kick Purina's sales base, which I don't have any arguments about. I've used a lot of Purina feed, and it truly is garbage. At least the dog food wise. I sure wouldn't use it. It's pretty sad when a Purina premium product performs less than a Walmart bargain basement product. That was crazy. Bouncer says, I'm pretty sure that everyone we communicate with will be okay. So much survival knowledge has been shared, and our grandparents showed us it was possible. That's true, Bouncer. I'm more worried about the people who can't get their own food, you know, who, who even if you gave them a live animal, even if you gave them a dead animal, couldn't process it and turn it into food. Those are the people I worry about. And there's so many people now who don't even know where their food comes from, let alone how to process it. It's scary. Thor and I are going to harvest the roosters this month, so we'll be able to help a few people out if need be. I don't care about the survival of mankind. I care about the survival of my kind. I hear you, Bouncer. Hey, Blind, welcome in. I'm sure you've seen all the videos of people complaining about losing their benefits. Actually, Mama Cookie, I really haven't followed that. Like, I didn't know that 8 states were going to get it. I did not know that. I'm really far behind on what's happening. I just heard like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something that all the benefits weren't going to happen. Then, like a day or two ago, I heard that because of the shutdown, that some place that was gonna do like an emergency withdrawal or something for the fund that has hurricanes and stuff like that, was gonna cover the people on the food stamps, and then they said they couldn't do it. That was the last thing I heard. So I definitely got to check it out. I want to know how crazy it's gonna get. Bouncer says we already know the score and can get plenty of venison before others catch on. True, Bouncer. And it's archery season here, so we can put a couple in the freezer. So we don't have to worry about that too much. And we can always do a couple goats if need be. We'll definitely have enough to make it through for us. I just don't want people coming off the street and killing a bunch of chickens that they don't know how to process, and having a bunch of dead chickens rotting somewhere. Women crying because they can't feed their kids. I can feed mine, but it's like, get a job. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of jobs out there to get. I know so many people have been looking for work for between 9 months to like yesterday, and they can't even get a job at a stupid fast food restaurant. It's insane. That tariff really screwed a lot of stuff up. China left us with a whole bunch of silos full of corn, soybeans, all kinds of stuff. Now there's nowhere to put this. Flipping burgers ain't that hard. No, it's not, Mama Cookie. But if there's no openings, it can't happen. A buddy of mine's applied for everything. His company shut down, He was in top level management and he can't even get a job at Burger King, McDonald's, any of that crap, man. He's frustrated. He's about to lose everything he's got. He ran out all his savings and everything else. Well, he's not completely out. He's got till, let's see, 1st of January, I guess. He said he's got 2 months and he can't get a job anywhere. He's been applying to Lyft, Uber, Instacart, all over the place, man. He's like totally frustrated. Blind says, McDonald's don't flip burgers. Yeah, well, it's still a fast food job. I mean, I can relate. Bouncer says, I'm currently coming up with a new cleaning technique for deer heart that tastes like roast beef with a kick. Nobody else has this recipe because I've created it. Cool, Bouncer. I don't do internal organs, man. I'm a pussy. I don't eat the liver, the heart, any of that. Blind says, put frozen burgers on a griddle press and done. I just saw a video the other day where a farmer was burning 700 acres of soybeans because there were no grain elevators for him to put them in. The grain elevators were all full because of us not selling to China. Blind says it takes 30 seconds to cook McDonald's burgers. Yeah, I haven't had fast food in a long time. Bouncer says if you remove all the chambers, silver skin and fat, it's amazing and tender. Yeah, it could be, Bouncer, could be. There's a lot of people who like the organ meat. I don't, man. I won't eat chicken gizzards either. Mama Cookie says, I know that I'm going to have to go back to work soon, and I understand it's going to be hard because I haven't worked in 22 years. Yeah, Mama Cookie, I don't know. I wish you luck. Hopefully you can even get a job. I mean, jobs seem to be like gold nowadays. Bouncer says, tastes just like the back straps. Awesome, Bouncer. Blind says, I can make deer taste like vagina. I have yet to see that, Blind. Unless you're eating some really strange veg, man. Like people who eat squirrel and say, oh, that tastes like chicken. No, chicken tastes like chicken. Squirrel tastes like squirrel. And Marie Weaver is inedible. Bouncer says, blind. I don't want venison to taste like pussy. That's what 1-year-old cats are for. Mama Cookie says, everyone is hiring around here, but I don't know if I have the qualifications that they are looking for. Wow. Up here where we're at in Illinois, there are like almost no jobs to be found. Although Google is moving into Decatur, so that should open up some jobs, but I don't know if that's going to actually be on-site jobs or if it's going to be the work-from-home bullshit that Google's famous for. So it's hard to say. But so many factories and businesses have closed down since COVID, man. You gotta pretty much claw your way into a job. And not even a good one. Claw yourself into getting a damn job sweeping up Being a janitor is hard to do now even. It's insane. Bouncer says, diabetic and not exactly a ringer. The Special Olympics needs contestants, mama. Just create more collections, Mama Cookie. Probably do way better that way than going to work for somebody. Bouncer's going to be dodging that skillet. All right, everybody. She just crushed me with a couch. Sweet. All right, everybody. I'm going to take off. We got a hatch coming Saturday. Maybe I'll live stream it. I don't know. But I got a bunch more crap I got to do before the day's over. And I got to make these guys dinner. Blind says, ever since COVID-19, you can't find full-time job. Barely get part-time in Illinois. That's very true, Blind. Very true. They want proof of 80 hours a month in order to keep your benefits here. What about the people who can't work 80 hours? They can't even find a job. What about the people who are fucked up and can't work 80 hours? I mean, that's insane. Totally insane. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Take care. All right, Brownser. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming to the most boring live stream on YouTube today and in the future. And hopefully we'll see you again. Yep, shit is gonna get nuts, Blind. All right, take care, everyone. We'll catch you later. Peace. I'm out of here.